fourth degree.
Well, maybe I have the age wrong, but
I'll tell you.
Because 23 would be a third degree sex offense.
Actually,
yeah.
do you mind?
Go ahead, Senator Zirkin.
Let me tell you the case. I think it was actually 23 and a 15, or 23 and a 4, whatever it was, 23. So you had a pretty significant gap. But the extenuating circumstances of the case came in because the chairman's correct. The parents were the ones who wanted to go after them, and in addition, it all took place in a bar. And the 23-year-old, the 22-year-old, had no knowledge whatsoever as to how old she was. He assumed, incorrectly obviously, that she was of age to be in a bar, and actually they had a whole conversation, apparently, according to one of the judges who was involved in this, and the transcript, you can read it. They had a whole conversation about, and she just made up her entire life to tell him who she was and how old she was. He got convicted in Baltimore County of statutory rape and was put on, and not only was he obviously put on the sex offender registry, but the judge put him in jail. They had no choice. He had no knowledge whatsoever.
You mean he was convicted of third degree sex offense?
Correct. The facts were completely uncontroverted. She got up on the witness stand and said, yeah, she lied about what she did. She lied about her age. The judge said she looked like she was 30 years old, and she said that she had approached this kid, and this kid was never done anything in his entire life, and model student, the whole 9 yards, nice job. Gets thrown in jail for on a third degree sex offense and put on the registry. Got let out by on a motion for modification, but nothing you can do about the registry. I mean, I don't know how you justify that.
Well, first of all, you may have this particular situation. I mean, let me address
Should
two
the
ways.
judge be allowed to get him off the registry in a motion for modification? Should a three-judge panel be allowed to at least get him off the registry?
As I indicated before, with regards to the issue of the registry, that's not really what I'm here about. I'm here about the fact that the current sex offense law is not something that, as a prosecutor, we have a problem with. We're quite satisfied with, both in terms of its scopes, in terms of its penalties. I'm not suggesting that there's acts that should be covered that are not currently covered. I'm not suggesting there's anything that needs to be tweaked. I'm not suggesting the penalties ought to be adjusted.
Would you tweak, let me ask you, I don't mean to cut in, but would you tweak at least in a case like that? Wouldn't you say that there should be some discretion, that there should be some mens rea about what's going on? They have no knowledge.
What I am suggesting is this, is that there are two issues. Number one, the current sex offense law, and number two, the registration issue. The registration issue, I am suggesting, is something that you can absolutely take up. But in the process of taking up and making adjustments there where appropriate, don't change a sex offense law that doesn't need to be adjusted. You don't have to reconfigure the sex offense law simply because some of the collateral consequences may not be to your liking. You just simply change the collateral consequences and not change the law. That's what I'm suggesting. The registration issue is an entirely separate, independent issue that you all can take up. I'm suggesting that you don't need to change 1, 2, first, second, third, or fourth degree sex offense in order to accomplish that. That's the point that I'm trying to make, Senator.
How would you change the collateral consequences? You'd put us out of compliance.